Alright guys, welcome back to an architecture tour of Half-Life 2.
This could be it, Gordon.
We are
Careful.
in episode 1. We are in the Citadel and we are heading towards the core. Well, let's get through the fighting first. And by fighting I mean mashing the mouse buttons.
I don't get it. Why are they hanging around here?
Introduction to the
It looks
next
like they were deliberately trying to blow the reactor.
segment.
But why? Oh my god. It looks pretty far gone. I hope Dr. Kleiner was right about this. Let's see if we can find a way through the control room.
Alright. When episode 1 was first released, it didn't look like this. Like, there were graphical updates sometime later. I think after episode 2 they made changes to both the original game and Half-Life 2 episode 1. And so it actually looks better now than before. I remember when I first played it,
The elevator's down in the core entry. Let me see if I can call it back to this level.
the core was not that bright. Like, it was nowhere near that bright. I like the way it looks now.
Readings are off the chart. I hope it's not too late to re-engage the containment field.
I like light. I really like high dynamic
Good thing
range
you know what you're
lighting.
doing.
Yeah,
Well,
good thing I know what
here's
I'm
your
doing.
elevator.
I really like it when...
I wish there was something else I could do to help.
Okay, so this is a bonding moment. I shouldn't talk over it.
Hurry back.
It's a bonding moment over... Yeah, as I was saying, I really like it when light is well used. Like that.
Detected.
Look how bright that is. Very cool. Very awesome. I like that. There he is. Nope. Oh! Whoa, okay. So after you kill one, the other one actually attacks you. Won't save you. Anyway, it's the same puzzle from before. Obviously now there's the stalkers trying to stop you. But the earlier part was the tutorial, you know, teaching you how these things work, the switches and the balls. And now you have to do it when enemies are trying to stop you. If you don't kill the stalkers, they'll shut them down again. Let's see. This Citadel goes down a long way, doesn't it? I wonder how far down we are. In any case, that's the core. Again, the high dynamic range lighting. You can see the, you can see the screen getting brighter and darker as you're supposedly adjusting to the light. And if you look down, then you increase in brightness. You look back up. Whoa! I love this stuff. I mean, it's not new anymore. High dynamic range lighting, and I don't know how old you guys are. I mean, I was born in a time when this stuff was, no one even imagined you could do this stuff. Whoa! Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Let's just keep going. A centralized arrangement. It's triangular. Again, the triangles in the Citadel. Look at that. And there's energy core. I don't know, I guess it doesn't have to make sense, but it seems kind of unsafe. You know, I guess that's supposed to be contained. You know. Anyway, it's supposed to look impressive, not realistic, because of course none of this is real. Anyway, is that all? Yeah, that's all. Ah, that's interesting. Whoa! I really do like how the light is used. Oh, I need some balls. Alright. Allow me to grab some balls. And I think there'll be more enemies. So it's doing something to the core. Some sort of machinery. That looks like human technology, to be honest. Or, you know, it looks like a human design using combine technology. Like the way this thing is set up, it doesn't look very... Okay, I can be specific. Remember how in Kleiner's lab and in Eli's lab, all the machinery, like, you know, all the stuff is like hanging out. You have cables everywhere, you have bits of computers everywhere, and you know, you can see the machinery, whereas in the combine sections, usually their aesthetic is very clean. Like everything's hidden, you know, only when things fall apart do you see the wires and things behind them. And obviously that's to contrast the human, the resistance technology, which is kind of cobbled together out of parts and then, you know, pretty ad hoc, as opposed to the combine technology, which usually demonstrates a greater mastery over the environment, right? You know, everything's very clean. Except this contraption. You know, this contraption looks more... You know, it looks a little like it's cobbled together. It doesn't look like it was very well integrated with the rest of the room. So, I don't know, to me it looks a little bit out of place. You know, everything else that is combined is, you know, completely installed into the environment and it doesn't, you know, hang out and all that. Whereas this, you know, you have wires outside and then everything. It seems like a different style to me. It's kind of inconsistent. Alright. So I mean here, like, we're behind the scenes, and these wires again, you know, why would those wires be outside like that? It seems like, you know, there's been some retrofitting of things. Well, that's what the that's what it seems like to me. In any case, this part is basically us. Whoa, light! Moving to the three things that will stabilize the core. And I guess the triangular shape of the room is a good clue that there are 3. Yeah, there's a lot of screen effects, a lot of blurring and everything that wasn't here when this game was first released. It definitely makes it a lot, it looks a lot better than the original. I can't stop looking at this. It looks really good, look at the details. Everything is... Whoa, what are you doing? Do you mind? Do you mind? I mean, look how detailed the environment is. Okay, I mean, compared to a modern game, it's not that amazing. There's no bump mapping, I don't think. We see specular highlights there, but there's no bump mapping. So maybe if you play a lot of modern games, you don't think there's a lot of detail. But for the age of the game, it's quite good. Although, as I've said, it did get a graphics update, so it's not as old as the original release date. Is that all? Where are the other guys? Alright, so... grab some balls. Yeah, like why would... I mean, it's quite cinematic, right? You have those doors open and that thing move and then everything's very dramatic. But I really do think this kind of... yeah, I think it stands out a little bit. Or it doesn't quite fit. Well, it could be that, you're never meant to use these things, or, they're only for emergencies. And that's why they don't look as well integrated. Because they're not meant to be used very often. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Oh, so much light. I love it.